Are you seeing good results with like videos, to webinar signups? What other
Some
strategies are you using?
tactical stuff.
Yeah.
So what I'm finding works best is getting the lead at almost any cost. Like the thing I mentioned in the beginning, sending people to the workshop straight up works, but I can't scale it. I can't get 1,000 leads a week from a webinar registration page without spending exorbitant amount of money. Now I can get 1,000 leads a week through a freemium offer because it's so broad. Then I can segment them down and send them to different webinars based on the things they're interested in. So that's why I don't send directly to a workshop. I can retarget at that point. So if they opt in and they make it to the webinar registration page, but they don't register for whatever reason, I can retarget them with all kinds of ads and different angles. I find just literally a sidebar ad is just works just fine for retargeting. So I'll generally retarget based on if they made it to the registration page, and then I mean, depending on the step I'm in the setup of these webinars, because I like to set them up in increments. So the funnel itself, I may have a 10-part follow-up, but I like to start with the first 2-part, see where I'm at, get a benchmark. So if I'm at 10% through the whole funnel with 2 follow-ups, all right, let's add another piece and see if it takes it up to 12 or if it doesn't help at all. So I don't like to add it all in at the beginning simply because it's really hard to measure each part at that point. Plus, it takes 10 times the amount of time to set up a super long funnel versus, maybe just send them to a replay and an encore. So from a tactical standpoint, the advertising, I generally like to focus on front-end ads and a few retargeting ads in the funnel itself. And I've been exploring using YouTube ads and things like that, but haven't yet been able to scale them the way I have with Facebook. And another part of the tactical side is simply getting them to register after they've already opted in for a freemium. So freemium registration page, another opt-in here. I found that that's way more effective because then they're recommitting. I may double the opt-in rate here if I just say click here and you'll be registered. But if they put in their email again, I'm finding that they're twice as likely to show up. So I get about a 20% bump in show-up rate if I make them opt in again. It's almost like a double opt-in. So those are some of the tactics I use. And then just email follow-up based on the actions that they actually take, whether they come on the webinar late, whether they stay for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Those are the things that help a lot in small percentages. They add up over the course of a year, like I was saying, but you don't need them at the very beginning of your setup process. They're just awesome to have if you have the time and capacity. And if you're doing, let's say, 100,000 a year on one webinar, if you jump it by, through the course of a year by 10%, that's a 10% per process. So it's not just 10,000; it's exponential, or what is that? Not exponential. I'm looking for a finance term.
Well, exponential is correct.
Yeah, that works. So when you add 10% per month, it's growing. Cumulative. Heck on it. There's a word. I was literally just reading about it the other day. But it's like if you add 10% the first month, then you're making 10% more of that 10% from the last month. Something like that.
Yeah.
Cumulative interest. There we go.
There we go.
I don't know. So that's why I like to add those pieces on so I can measure them later. But that's the tactical side is just looking at incremental growth month to month. What pieces can I add? But getting it live as fast as possible once I have the webinar ready is the most important part.